Hey there. With Cyberpunk 2077 fast approaching, as well as the year 2077. What? What do you... It's only 2020. July? What? Anyways, as we fast approach our cybernetic dystopian future, I too want to be prepared. Inspired by cybernetic-clad individuals, I too want to arm myself with a cybernetic arm. I will fashion and don the cybernetic arm to grip the throats of our future. Just a little aside, I remember years ago listening to the podcast Indoor Kids, Emily V. Gordon talked about how she found this new love for individuals with cybernetic arms. At the time, I didn't get it. But as we'll see here, we'll find that I get it now. So some cybernetic arms to kind of gather inspiration and maybe individuals that we might be attracted to. That's neither here nor there. We're not ruling that out, but we're not going to highlight that necessarily. First, I gotta highlight my man Jax. You know him from Mortal Kombat. Oh, and there's this guy, Steve Herman. I'm gonna pop some footage in right here. He's from a video game from the NES called Shatterhand. He has 2 cybernetic arms, and his name is Shatterhand. Though his cybernetic arms look like human arms, they're fleshy in nature, I guess. They don't look like robot arms like we see on Jax or Johnny Silverhand. His name is Shatterhand. Cool. Oh, and of course there's Nathan Rad Spencer from Bionic Commando. He's Bionic Commando. There you have it. And now I ask you, does Barrett Wallace count? Because technically his hand is maimed and then his arm just becomes like a Gatling gun. Obviously it's affixed to his arm in some fashion. So I'm gonna, for all intents and purposes for here and now, it's a cyborg arm. And I don't want to call this the main event, but we also have Rex Power Colt from Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I love him. He's great. Not only can he throw a D20, he can pop them devil horns. And I love it.
Rules out forever.
And listen to that voice. You might recognize it from the Terminator. Hey, Michael. And of course, I have to address Snake from Metal Gear Solid 5 and his sweet, sweet cybernetic arm. Originally when the game came out, I had the idea of making a cyborg arm because I thought his arm looked dope and I wanted to be dope. This is a pattern. And of course, why we're here, we cannot forget Keanu Reeves or Johnny Silverhand.
Wait the f up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
That chrome, that chrome sweet Johnny arm. I don't know why. It's been multiple years since Metal Gear Solid 5 came out, but now is the time that I want to build a cyborg arm. So here we are. Thank you, Johnny Silverhand. Wherever you are. I hope it doesn't get delayed again. I'm kind of improvising with a lot of the tools I have around the house already, so I don't have airbrushing, which I feel like would be super cool and a great investment. I'm always looking for reasons to buy things that I don't need, so one day. But I'm not gonna chrome plate it. I'm probably gonna go with a matte finish a little bit on that arm because I definitely want to highlight the fact that it is not my arm and flesh and bone. So I'm gonna definitely have it look more industrial. When I think of cybernetic arms, obviously there's a plethora we can pull from. I kind of like a little bit less ornate, but we'll see. I definitely am gonna have some distressing on it so we can have some pops of highlights and get a little bit of silver sheen with some dry brushing. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So let's jump into the creation of this thing. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. I do have some ideas of how I'm gonna go about formatting this thing, but did I do a whole lot of research? Absolutely not. I have EVA foam, a utility knife, an X-Acto knife, some paint, bought a heat gun though. That's terrifying. We'll see how that goes. But I don't know, I kind of have some ideas. I'm just kind of gonna wing it. Should I have looked up tutorials? Yeah, but I don't know. But with that being said, this is by no means a tutorial. It's just a documentation of my mad scientist tendencies, and I'm gonna bring you along for the ride. So I hope you enjoy, and hopefully I will see you on the other side. Right? Let's see how this goes. day 2. So last night I let this sit. We got forearm, upper arm. We're gonna heat gun it, which is why I'm wearing my sweet protection. This is the scary part, because what if the heat takes away these seams? Only one way to find out, you know? So, let's do it.
Nice.
Maybe not the best idea. I can't move my arm very well. But, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. And neither was this arm. Whew. All right. Excuse me, princess. All right. Here we go. But it's crazy to say that I'm not even halfway done with the cyborg arm situation, and I already know, I'm like, okay, this is what I can do differently next time, because it's all like a learning process. And that's kind of why we're here. And I'm just, one, I want to make the cyborg arm, but two, I want to learn. I want to learn these processes. You can probably tell by the dramatic lighting that it is late. I have a hand. Crappy Buzz Lightyear. So yeah, I'm gonna plasti dip these, and then I will see you on the other side, and we'll start painting this bad boy. Whoo! Here we are. We are on day, I want to say 3. Yesterday was spent doing the plasti dip, which we can see here. Just sprayed plasti all over this bad boy. To kind of seal it. Probably should have maybe done another coat, but we're learning. I'm learning that I should have done another coat, but it's fine. I'm gonna get to painting. Looks a lot cooler when it's not neon green. So we got some joints. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, I didn't go into this being cocky, because all material is a little different. I've used insulation foam, like the big sheets, to do a lot of sculptures. But EVA foam is cool and it reacts to heat, and so that's a variable. The heat gun definitely scared the crap out of me. I don't know what I allowed to be in the video. Alizarian Crimson Hue, permanent. Good. Which I'm gonna probably mix with some grays and blacks to get it a little bit darker and dingier. But I thought that would be cool. And then I have, of course, iridescent graphite, some Mars black, and then I also have some like matte finish but like metallic paint from pewter, which I thought could be cool to kind of dry brush on to get some highlights. This is all hypothetical, of course. I built sculptures, I wasn't a painter, so yeah. Okay, welcome back. I got this bad boy is red now. It's not done yet, but just try to get some of that illumination. This seam theoretically should be back here on the back, but I was too lazy to change it, and I was like, it won't be an issue because I can hold this seam so well. Well, nope. So that's the thing that future me has to deal with, but you know, we're learning. I hope this isn't the last project that I do because I am enjoying it. It has really solidified my want for a Dremel. So that's fun. I've always wanted one. Have this just blend in a little bit more so we don't have so much green popping. Cool, we'll let that chill over here. This bad boy is this is also where there's gonna be some Velcro that'll sit under this bad boy. So this will kind of seal it to the arm. But I'm gonna let this dry. I'll probably do a few more passes once this is like chill and stuff. I'll see you at the reveal, and that should be, I don't know, maybe right now. We back. We did it. Am I squatting a little bit behind my desk so I can fit with the stuff in the foreground? Yeah. There were a lot of learns here. There's definitely some things I would change in the future going forward. I'd probably make those stencils made in duct tape around the arm, on someone else's arm first, so I can kind of more easily visualize for me kind of how I want that curvature on that back end around the elbow and bones to look. I would also cut the foam a little bit wider than I need to as well, because the addition of this bad boy, this little appendage here, was just because I was afraid once I started making it that I would have an open seam where it wouldn't be able to clasp all the way. So this was just a safety precaution. I did kind of like, I probably would have been okay without it, but ooh, some ASMR, hold on. But yeah, I think with the random tools I had around me, everything went pretty well. I would definitely change the adhesive moving forward. I used rubber cement, but not ideal. Except when it was out in the sun, it handled heat and sun really well. But it doesn't handle me very well when I'm doing kung fu and being crazy. But yeah, I like some of the highlights that we've done here. I don't know, I'm not knowing what the heck I'm doing, and just having like basic fabrication skills, you know, it was definitely a learn. I have 2 art degrees and they're both in sculpture, and I don't deal with the human form, and this is covering the human form, so it was fun. Oh, and then there was the heat gun. The heat gun scared the crap out of me. It's hot, surprise, surprise. But I was worried about my adhesives, and I knew the foam would relax and be able to be molded, but I didn't know how long it's exposed to heat and what that heat is for it to be malleable. So it was a lot of, second guessing, but I mean, it worked out. It was just a few things of trial and error, and now when I move forward, I can be a little bit more confident using that heat gun and more responsible, because I would turn it on and then just stand there holding it being like, now what? And when it came to assembling this, I actually kind of liked this rough texture. I sanded a bit of it up here before I did the plasty, but I kind of liked it because at a glance, having worked in metal shops, you see kind of the welding spittle. So I was just like, cool, I'll leave that. And then I just kind of painted it to kind of highlight it, even though it doesn't always look like that. This is my Cyborg future arm, so I can do what I want. I maybe think I was a little bit foolish for just kind of going in randomly and being like, I can do this, and not looking at tutorials, but I think it gave me that time to experiment and really learn. Going forward, I'll definitely look at some tutorials. Oh, I should also show you the piece that I used for under the arm. So I had my arm just in, this is ridiculous. This is a pair of leggings. Pair of leggings that I just cut the leg out. So it was just one leg, and I wore it kind of like as a bandeau top. And then I had a Cyborg arm through it with a thumb hole. So that's the interior workings of a Cyborg arm. Pants. But yeah, there was a lot of moments of what the hell am I doing? How did I end up here? Why did I think this was a good idea? But a big thank you to my friend Chris. She always brought the hype train and was really, really supportive, and she had done this before, so it was kind of my guiding light, so to speak. But I don't think this will be the last time I build something either. I could 110% know that I'll be building another Cyborg armor too, and being able to put EL lights or LED lights into it. You know, it's only a matter of time till I have a collection, maybe one for every day of the week. Yeah, I don't know. I just know I could always do better now, and I'm fairly happy with my first attempt, so now it just makes me want to keep pushing. I don't know, maybe I'll do more of these videos as I explore other characters, because I mean, this is just inspired by a lot of characters from video games. But I could also just start making things from video games. I've always wanted that sweet armor that the Death Knights get pretty soon after you start them in World of Warcraft, so I don't know if I want to jump into full suit of armor, but like that could be really cool. So I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was interesting to watch me fumble through some stuff, and you know, I have a Cyborg arm now, so I'm gonna be ready for Cyberpunk 2077. I'll be looking for you around Night City, friends. Until then. I don't know if you're picking up on this, but I just really want to be dope, I guess. I hope that laugh came through. Someone laughed outside my apartment. They can't hear me, but boy, was that pointed.